Hi, Natalia.
Hi.
Okay, so with this session, I thought we'd focus on your progress and how you think you're doing so far.
Okay.
So, we've been meeting for about a year now,
Okay.
and I'd like to gauge how you think you're doing on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being you don't think you've made any change or progress at all, and 10 being you've made a complete reformation.
I want to say 5 because I'm still working towards getting a job right now. I always known to be a homemaker, take care of my children, so I don't have any job skills, and it's hard right now trying to find a job. One of the things I did do was get my driver's license. I've been trying to get that for a long time, and so far everywhere that I have gone with was my husband, and he has did all the driving. I have never done any driving, anything that has to do with the children. He always took me soccer games, ballet practices, and stuff like that. So he kind of had me isolated, the whole whole 5 years we were married. So I didn't really do too much. So I do feel like, yes, I had my driver's license and I did buy a car with little money that he did give me for alimony for me and the children. But I just feel like helpless out here in the workforce because I don't know anything.
And when you bought the car and got your license, how did that make you feel?
I felt kind of liberated. I felt like um, it's a goal that I felt happy that I was able to achieve. I know we worked on it and we talked about it in session, and that was hard. It was very hard for me to get on the road and experience that. So it was a
Empowering.
challenge, very empowering, and I don't have any more fear with driving now.
And that's good. That's good. So, 6 months ago, where were you?
Um, not I still was kind of like helpless. And I had no job skills. I'm still currently going through divorce. Couldn't drive. Didn't know how to get out the house. So I kind of isolated myself, and I felt very depressed that I couldn't do anything for my children. Um, all I did was just walk them to the bus stop, and that was pretty much it. And sometimes, I'm kind of fearful with the world that we live in, letting them walk to the bus stop. So I felt like, I wanted to reach that point in my life where I wanted to drive them to school. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. So, I think what I'm hearing is that the driver's license was a big step forward for
Right,
you, but
right.
I'm still hearing that you feel helpless and still very dependent upon your husband. And I'm wondering, is that because you're not in the workforce, because you're not making your own money? Can we talk a little bit more about that?
Right. All I have is a high school diploma. I've never worked anywhere. I don't even know how to do a resume. I don't really know how to do too much. And then I'm hoping and praying that the next court case that we have is they're going to award me with a lot more money than I'm being awarded right now. And I think he was hiding a lot of assets, and for what my attorney is looking out for me and find out there is more money that I can get out of the alimony. So I'm hoping and praying that the next court case I get a little bit more money because I don't know how to survive.
Is there anything? So that's your plan going forward, is to be dependent upon the alimony, or are you wishing to change some things?
Well, I think that alimony will help me get the things that I need to get done. It's like to buy clothes for an interview and to get, pay for gas to get to and from the interviews. That would help me a little bit. But I think that I'm ready to jump out there and get a job and be more independent.
Okay. And how do you plan on increasing your skill level?
Well, a friend of mine in the neighborhood told me about uh, a workshop for mothers that were homemakers and learning to get back into the workforce. So I was thinking about attending a couple classes, see what I can learn from that, and maybe it'll help me get into the workforce. And doing something I ultimately didn't want to do is go to the unemployment office because I felt like that was like a little beneath me. So I think I'm going to have to swallow my pride and go to the unemployment office.
Right. So sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do to get us
Right.
places, you know,
Right.
that we want to be.
Right.
And how are you doing with the divorce, like processing all of that and all of these court cases? How are you handling that?
It's challenging. Sometimes I get very upset because I thought that it would be just me and my husband forever. I would never think that, you know, he would be cheating on me and, you know, going outside of our marriage and doing things that I never thought that he would ever do. So it's a day by day challenge because, you know, I consider myself a good parent, but I don't know how to work on myself and do stuff for myself. So I'm learning to probably, like, you know, go outside the home, go for walks or something like that. So
focusing more on you and your personal growth.
Right, because I don't know, and like I said, all I know is my husband. I don't know anything besides him and the children, so I don't know how to work on myself.
Do you have any friends?
I have a couple of mothers in the neighborhood. They're very nice. Sometimes when we have a book club and we'll read books and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't have any best friends, but you know, my husband didn't want me to have any friends, so he only allowed the people that was in our community that were other homemakers and mothers and grandmothers that would be my only, like, connection.
And so now that you're not married anymore, do you feel comfortable going outside of your circle to make friends and build relationships?
I don't think I would have a problem with it because, you know, I guess it's learning to step out there and learn how to meet other people and be sociable. So I don't mind being sociable.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you've made some progress. You still have some work to do.
Right.
And so your homework for the next session is to think of some ways that you could go out, that you can enjoy yourself outside of the home, apart from your children and your identity as a mother.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. See you next week.
Okay.
All right.
All right.